Welcome back, guys, to another episode here in Central Oregon on Central Oregon Shenanigans. It is a wonderful day today. The shop is a complete disaster. I've got shenanigans going on everywhere. I brought this trailer home. I'm gonna fix it and get it listed for sale because I don't need it anymore. I haven't even used the thing in a decade. But today is the day before going and wood cutting tomorrow. So basically got to get all the saws in order. I need to get the truck in order to haul home our harvest. So with that being said, guys, let me get you set up on a pod and we're going to go through what I do to get ready for the day before going wood cutting. We're going to go ahead and start with the smallest saw and work our way up to the biggest saw. This one's already had all the maintenance done. We've put a new bar and chain on it for this cutting season. This is the saw that I use to pretty much annihilate, and I would basically use this saw to go under the dirt to cut some stumps out, and the roots were about that big on that tree and I didn't have a tractor. I got quoted $500 to have somebody with a little mini X come out and get rid of some stumps that I had. Instead, I just went ahead and ruined the bar and chain, you know, at $30. So I mean, in my mind that was worth it, but it was brutal on the saw, so we put a new bar and chain. She is ready to go. Basically, what I like to do the day before is let's make sure the saw runs. Let's top it up with oil and fuel. That way you're not burning time when you're out in the woods. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start it first. All right, so go ahead and lock your chain. Make sure it's locked up. Steels have 2 choke settings. You want to make sure we go all the way to the full choke. You're gonna pull it till it burps or fires, just sputters basically. You know what? This one probably needs fuel. I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, we didn't get to successfully fire. Did not check. We should do fuel and oil first, and then we should fire it up real quick. All right, bar oil. Low. I just find the cheapest bar oil possible. You don't need to run very expensive bar oil. It's not gonna make a difference. All right, bar oil is topped up. We don't want it to leak on the ride up tomorrow morning. Get your 3-way tool, tighten that guy up. Fuel, 50 to 1 mix, and we are empty. That's why it would not fire. Topped up on gas. Alrighty. Now let's go try to fire the saw. So that was your blubber. Then you're gonna click it up a notch. All right, sounds good, feels good, started perfect, gets my seal of approval. My shop door is open, by the way. I'm not gonna get carbon monoxide poisoning. Go ahead and put its bar and chain protector back on it, and I'm gonna go set it on the flatbed, grab another saw. Alrighty, guys, so the first saw that you just seen there in that video clip was my MS 180. That one is the smallest saw I have, and it's just, you can operate it with your pinky. It's just so nice to have that saw for once you get the tree down to limit. I have timed myself with a bigger saw versus that saw. It is a lot more efficient to run that saw with that cheaper chain to do all your lemon. There's no reason to put all your lemon on one of these guys. You know, the wear and tear on the bar and the chain and the engine. And fuel wise, you're gonna burn more fuel in a bigger saw. So dollar for dollar, yeah, it's an extra investment, but time is money out there. I don't have very much time to be out in the woods cutting wood. I wish I had the time, but that saves me a lot more time with that smaller saw. All right, this is my second biggest. This is a MS 290. The CCs is 57 CCs on this girl. And I got this one out of Prineville, Oregon for $200. I want to say $200, $200 for this saw last season. I'm not going to have time to clean it up today. As you see on the 180, it was nice and clean. Once again, you want to inspect your bar and chain. This one's got a fresh sharpened chain. Basically, that sharp point right there, you want to almost draw blood, and that it could. So this chain is the chain that came with the saw. The bar is what came with this saw. This is a 20-inch bar. It's in good operating order. You want to make sure you have gloves on when you do this. I'm just going to live on the wild side here. Feels good. Chain brake works. We'll go ahead, flip it over. This one's got a little bit different style oil and fuel ports. Top it up with some oil. Oh, James, get it in the slot there. Oil it. And fuel it. Okay, full on gas. I'm getting all these saws ready. What a pain in the butt. I don't need to take all my saws tomorrow, but I'm gonna take all of my saws tomorrow. All right, chain brake on. Full choke. Dripping oil all over my nice frickin' slippers. Done dripping? Sweet. Full choke. Hear that? Just that little bitty flubber right there. You want to go up to the second choke notch. Okay, now we want to undo the chain brake, and we're gonna go no choke. Back to the half choke. Full choke. Blubbered again. Back to half. That one normally starts. I don't know what that was all about, but sounds good. Alrighty guys, this is my Steel 034. It's not an AV or a Super. It's just an ordinary Steel 034. That's a 60cc, so a little bit bigger than the saw we just had. It has an MS360 starter on the side because Uncle Kyle broke this last season, and that's what he found online that was metal instead of plastic. So now it's got an upgraded starter. This is running a 25-inch bar. Last year, if you remember that wood cutting video from last year, this bar that was on here, I got it pinched in between two trees, and I had no way of getting it out, and I had to take my business end of my splitting maul and beat it out of the tree. Very embarrassing, but it happened. So I replaced it with this new steel bar, new chain. It's very sharp, just like the 290. Upon inspection today, I noticed we are missing, I don't know if you can see that on camera right here, we're missing a bar nut. I actually already went through these inspections the other day, and getting ready, I noticed it was missing that. So I went on Amazon and I sent Uncle Kyle. Also, you're wanting to check your tension. I haven't done that on the last two saws. I did off camera, but chain tension looks good. Uncle Kyle found, well, I found these and Uncle Kyle got them sent over. MGP Supply bar nuts replaces steel, and that's a 6-pack. I think I paid $8 or $6 for that pack of bar nuts. There is some nasty crud in the threads. Go ahead, brake clean and clean it up real quick. That's better. Get that nice and snug. Check that one. That one's definitely snug. Flip her on over. Bar gas. Don't ever put your bar oil in your fuel tank. Oh, James. Come on, dude. Get a funnel. All right. That one did not pour very good. I noticed my coordination skills are a little thrown off ever since I had a certain little bug get into my body and give me a ride like no other. I don't want to say the name of it because I don't want to lose my monetization on this channel, but you know what I'm talking about. Had it for 2 weeks. It was actually exactly 14 days until I started feeling better. And I still have chest pain, and things just aren't the same. Taste and smell are not the same, and my motivation is not the same. Yeah, not good shit, guys. All right, bar oil's topped up and a mess. What a mess. Do not have time or the patience to clean this saw. It's just gonna get dirty tomorrow anyway. I'll clean this at the end of the season. All right, fuel. It's already got a half a tank, but we're gonna go ahead and fill it the rest of the way. I am using non-ethanol fuel, high octane, with just your Super Tech 2-cycle mix in it. I don't know if you guys saw that when I pulled it up on the workbench. It only had that protector on there. These work, but I'm not a big fan. I don't like the end protectors. I like the full-on. I had Kyle order me this one because were out of stock in the local local farm store here. And this one only has one aggressive dog. It doesn't have 2 dogs on it. The reasoning for that is last year when I lost that bar nut, it also vibrated the dog on the other side off. But there we go. Full covered sleeve. Love it. Let's go fire the U34, which I just fixed the switch, so I'm really excited to actually see if that works, how it works. So I always used to have problems with this switch back here, and now you hear it click. It just was flopping around before, so it looks like I've got it fixed good. Don't know why I put the cover back on. I guess to show you the new sleeve. Okay, chain brakes on, full choke engaged. Your burp. I'm gonna go ahead and undo the brake, and I'm gonna go for a full go. Oh, that's so much nicer, that switch. All right, she's gonna be ready to go. Alrighty, guys, I saved the biggest, the oldest for last. This is my, I don't know what year, it's a 70s model, Steel 041 AV Super Electronic. It is a 61cc saw. It is packing a 25-inch organ bar. This is the bar that, see how that's loose? That's too loose. So we're going to tighten that up, and I'll show you how to do that. This is the bar and chain that I beat out of that tree last year, and believe it or not, I got a Dremel out. I Dremeled the channel back open again, because what happened is I flattened the bar up when I beat it out of the tree. But this is the cheapest saw I've bought ever. I found this at a yard sale for $20, not running. Did a $20 carb kit, and I put a $30 chain. This is a brand new chain. It did not come with a chain or bar, so I resurrected the bar, and I had actually a new chain for my other saw, and this is way too loose. So we're gonna go ahead and open or crack these loose. This is running the smaller sized bar nuts, and you can't even get the tool in there, so this is having the full-on Kajangas handlebars is not gonna work very well if I've got to do this out in the field. I have to take this 13 with me. So So you just want to loosen them a little bit. You want to be able to move the bar up. You see how you can move it up like that? Okay. And then the tensioner is on the inside of this one. We're just going to take it up clockwise. See how you can still almost pull them out. It's not going to fly. Let's go another half a turn. That's better. Okay. I'll lift the bar up and tighten her down. I like to tighten the first one first. Now the chain is pretty tight. I like it. And we might have to adjust it tomorrow since it's a new chain. Probably plan on adjusting it after. I'm going to use this as my falling saw tomorrow because it's got the big dogs, full handlebar. I'm going to try her out tomorrow. This one you don't got to flop on its side to fuel and oil, which is kind of nice, but it does not have any of the, don't want to lose that. Oh, James. I was paying attention to my daughter in the background and completely just overfilled. Distraction. All right. Better on my workbench than the tailgate, I guess, making a mess tomorrow. All right. This one didn't get all the way full, but it's staying close. I'm gonna call it good. And then we're gonna mix, next we're gonna mix some fuel. It's got my full, notice the bar, or the handlebars are a little wobbly on this. I'm gonna have to fix that. Not on this trip, but we're gonna go see how she cuts first before I want to put any money into it. So, unlike the other steel saws I have, this one is just full choke. And you pull it till she, oh, you gotta set the throttle lock. Okay. She's ready to go. Alrighty guys, so basically last thing I gotta do is I gotta throw a couple sheets of plywood that I use to block off over here and over here so I can get wood all the way to the top of the racks. Got all the saws we just talked about here. They go inside these two boxes right here. I'll show you that in a minute. Just kind of showing you my setup here. My front forward compartment, I got my spray paint. I got some extra 2-cycle oil. Got some gloves, ear protection, my eye protection's on the dash. I've got some falling wedges. I have to cut all my wood at 12 inches. Next year is going to be 16 inches because I'm getting a different wood stove installed this year, but I'm going to finish this year out with 12-inch logs, and we'll go to 16s next year. More ear protection. I got one file. I don't do filing out in the woods. I mean, with the saws that I have, as long as you keep them up out of the dirt, you're not going to need to file out there, but I bring one just in case. I bring this just to staple my tags to the back of the I staple my firewood tags to my logs, so that way the forest police can see them on my way home. So that's that compartment. I'll show you the saw compartment in a minute once I get loaded up. On the other side, I have my bar oil, 7.3 oil. I got a gallon of gas, 50 to 1. I got a spade shovel. I'm gonna throw my axe in. Let me go grab that. I just realized I do not have my axe. All right, so I got my axe and my maul. I use my maul for splitting, if I need to split a log down, or if I need to pound in my wedges into a base of a tree to fall it. I'll use that. I got my 4-way. I don't have a spare. No, I do have a spare underneath this truck. This is my junk box with tire chains, some jumper cables, some extra tie down straps or ratcheting straps. Got to have your fire extinguisher to be legal up there, and a floor jack. Don't have to have that to be legal, but that is a necessity. You have to have a fire extinguisher while you're firewood cutting in Oregon. You've got to have a spade, shovel, and I think you got to have a bucket as well, but I'm not taking a bucket with me. So this is this side, how it's set up. I'm excited to get up there. So yeah, here's the saw box. I didn't realize that 041, this guy around the corner here, does not fit in the box because of the full handlebar. So I can normally fit 4 saws in here. Last year when I went up, actually it was first part of the season before they shut it down, I had my brother-in-law's 034 in here as well, tucked with the MS 180. So I had it set up just like this, but that isn't going to work with the 041. It's just gonna have to ride in the bed, and then on the way back it's gonna just have to find somewhere to ride, because I definitely want to take it tomorrow. So with those Protect boxes stay latched, but I have to lock these front compartments until I get up there, because handles do not have springs on them anymore. I'm gonna have to fix that. And that's what caused that nice dent right there in my cab corner. Went to hit my brakes and this box flew open and damaged my cab. Just got done checking the tire pressure. The fronts are at 50. I got the rear set to 70, maxed out. Checking out my rotator I found at a yard sale the other day. Might take that with me tomorrow. Don't know why I'd need it, but why not? My rough calculation was off earlier. It's not 1 1/4, it's 1/4, it's almost 1.5 quart of wood. So yeah, that's a lot of wood. That's actually pretty good. It's gonna put a big dent in the woodshed. I'll show you what I've got left to fill over there. So basically, Kyle's 4-wheeler will fit right here in this spot. So I don't think what we're gonna bring home split and stacked tomorrow in the bed of that truck's gonna fill out to the door here. It's hard to see and judge on camera, but there's a good chunk missing in this woodshed. So with that being said, guys, I will catch you on the next video out in the woods. We'll do a wood cutting 2021. Give this video a big thumbs up. The comments, they go down below. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that little notification bell, and I'll see you out in the woods for our next video. Thanks guys for watching.